All right, y'all, what is good? Come on in here. Come on in. Y'all, we finna get into some good stuff. So, those who know, Brandon Dumb Johnson addressed Congress a few days ago, y'all, and explaining why, he believes in sheltering murderers, rapists, pedophiles, drug dealers, and such more, and choose them over his own people, his own civil, residents, people that stay there. Okay, even to the point of raising tax dollars and tax dollars just to shelter these criminals. Make it make sense. We can't. We cannot. So I'm just gonna show y'all a clip. This was all before he had to address Congress, and then, of course, when Trump took office, he was saying, he and a whole few other mayors was like, "Oh, we ain't caring about the ICE. We're what they call it, welcoming city. Yeah, right. And we ain't gonna abide by the laws. We are going to shelter these illegals that's not even supposed to be over here." Anywho, I'm just gonna show y'all a clip. These some of the residents going in at him, expressing how they feel. Yet he still fast forwarding it. Don't care. Let's get into it.
Get rid of the illegals, and that'll take your money right back.
You're a criminal. Why do I got to address you? The feds need to address you. DOJ need to address you, and hopefully Donald Trump will address you. Because you're going to protect the undocumented while you're going to allow for the citizens in Chicago to suffer.
Y'all, come on. You leave that loser where he is. He's a loser. He's a loser.
Now, let me just be clear, y'all. Make sure, I cannot stress this enough. It starts from the bottom to the top. Make sure when it is time to vote, and this is why I say pay attention, whether Republican, whether Democrat, whether independent, whatever. Pay attention to who you putting in place and who has your best interest. Because as y'all can see, these are some of the people, including myself. You know what I'm saying? We all sometimes just vote to be voting. Since I've been on this journey for, 3 years, I now make sure I do my research and find out who I'm putting in place. Because you don't want to end up with somebody else like this that do not care, that support illegals that's not even supposed to be here, over their own citizens. You don't want that to happen again. So when it's time to vote, make sure y'all know what y'all voting and who y'all going for. All right, so we finna get into this bimbo. This is his opening speech to Congress, so his day has finally came, and he has something to say.
City in the nation, established by a Black Haitian man and a Potawatomi woman, Chicago is and always has been a proud city of immigrants. Generations of new arrivals, including the descendants of the enslaved during the Great Migration, created a vibrant city where 1 in 5 residents is foreign-born. Each day I wake up to serve every one of Chicago's 77.
I gotta cut him off right now. We ain't taking it back in the day and all this other type of mess, nigga. We are talking about, excuse my French, because I just got heated. We not talking about the foundation and all this other type of crap, nigga. We are in 2025. We talking about these people, for one, disrespect the country. 2, holding up they flags, burning the American flags. 3, really don't want to be here. I ain't supposed to be here. Murdering folks, raping folks, killing our people. You want to sit here and do your little, it's been here since, but don't nobody want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. Let's get it.
And unique neighborhoods and those who live in our great city. As mayor of Chicago, nothing is more important to me than the safety and well-being of all residents. Since I was elected, my administration has been laser focused on creating and implementing public safety initiatives that protect all Chicagoans. We launched the People's Plan for Community Safety, which builds trust between communities and law enforcement by prioritizing transparency and violence intervention. We established a dedicated robbery task force that reduced robberies by.
If this is all sounds dandy and good and stuff like that, but for months and months and months, your people have been screaming. Y'all seen it. We've been reacting to the content. Them people there are not happy. If they could vote you out right now, they would. If there was something that they can do to make you not mayor again and the governor and all that, they would get y'all up out of there. They are not happy. So you trying to make this sound so beautiful, and people that's really paying attention see right through all them lies.
25% citywide. We added over 200 detectives, increasing the clearance rates on our cases. And we've updated police equipment and technology so that our police officers have the tools they need to effectively prevent and fight crime. Our efforts to improve public safety by building trust with and investing in our communities are working. Violent crime is down in Chicago. The city ended 2024 with its lowest homicide rate in 5 years.
Since ICE came through and cleaned up a little bit, yeah.
The city is also safer because of our welcoming city ordinance. That law makes sure that the city's police resources are focused on our local priorities. In fact, the 40 years of Chicago's leaders have recognized that our policies toward civil immigration matters help to prevent and solve crimes. Put simply, any actions that amplify fears of deportations make Chicago more dangerous. Those fears cause witnesses and victims to avoid cooperating with police. The cooperation of all people, regardless of their immigration status, is essential to achieving the city's goals of reducing crime and pursuing justice for victims. When there is trust between city's residents and the police, undocumented immigrants come forward to report crimes to local law enforcement and provide information that helps the police solve those crimes. Now, I know there are myths about these laws, but we must not let mischaracterizations and
no myths,
fear-mongering
man.
obscure the reality
Shut
that
up.
Chicago's crime rates are trending down. We still have a long way to go, but sensationalizing...
Why you sound like that? We still have a longer way to go. But sensationalize... Sounds fake.
Tragedy in the name of political expediency is not governing, it's grandstanding. Every violent crime is devastating, but scapegoating entire communities is not only misleading, it is unjust, and it is beneath us. So let me be clear. Chicago's welcoming city ordinance and our other laws and policies do not lead to more crime. They do not prevent cooperation with federal law enforcement on criminal matters, and we do not harbor criminals. We arrest them, often because of laws that allow residents to feel safe helping the police. As mayor, I'm building a Chicago that embodies the dream of my father had when he came from Salis, Mississippi during the second migration.
Oh, God, here we go.
A Chicago that invests in housing, healthcare, jobs, and education. And that's why we've increased safe and stable housing by adding almost 4,000 more units, expanded access to health
illegals with your people's tax money.
care by opening 3 mental health centers.
Your folks' tax money for them illegals.
And focused on getting our young people well-paying jobs with summer jobs increasing
Dumb illegals once again.
by 45% since I've taken office. Our local partnerships have built a solid foundation, a better, stronger, and a much safer Chicago. We need this body's support for these efforts. We are ready to partner with you on the measures we know promote trust and create sustainable public safety. And to the people of Chicago and all hardworking people across this great nation, these values are our North Star, the drinking gourd we follow to a better future. We will not live in fear. It is not our portion. We will not go back. We look forward to answering the questions of this committee.
Do you?
Thank you.
Because
Thank you. I never.
from my understanding, you couldn't answer no questions. Shut up, Brandon. That weak opening you had. All right, Rep. Brandon Gill just forced Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson to admit to all the things they do to put illegal aliens first over Americans. Johnson can barely stutter his way through answering. Democrats just love to have an egg on their face. Let's get into it.
Topic.
Mayor Johnson, I want to start with you. One of your first actions as mayor was establishing a deputy mayor for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights. I want to ask you a series of questions. If you could answer with a yes or no answer, that'd be great. First
Yes
of all,
or
do
no?
you support allowing illegal aliens to obtain driver's licenses? Just yes or no?
So the city of Chicago has been a welcoming city for over 40 years.
I'll take
Policy.
that as a yes. Next
Facts.
question.
And that's
Do
the
you-
policy that we will hold to.
Do you support tax dollars subsidizing or paying for the health care of illegal aliens?
Yes or no?
I support investments in all residents of the people of Chicago, and that's what I do.
That's a yes as well. Do you support free or reduced college for illegal aliens?
Again, I support the investments of all residents of the people of Chicago.
Take that as a yes. Next question. Do you support allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections?
Again, I'm not over the jurisdiction of that type of law, but again, I'm committed to investing in all residents of the people
I'll
of Chicago.
take that as a yes. I've got an article from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'll quote here briefly. Johnson proposed, among other things, that all residents, regardless of citizenship status, be able to vote for Chicago Board of Education members. Next question. Your website states, and this is your campaign website, quote, "I will not stop fighting until abortion access is completely secure for people all over the country," end quote. Yes or no, do you support taxpayer-funded abortions for illegal aliens?
Support the reproductive rights of all people,
my God.
all women.
That is a yes as well. Your mayoral transition website mentions support for creating a Chicago Board of Education non-citizen advisory board. Again, yes or no, do you support appointing non-citizens to government advisory board?
I was invited here today to discuss a welcome.
Yes or no?
Oh my God!
I
That's
was
what they
invited
do.
here.
He's so irritating. He's so irritating. He just literally answered all his questions. The answer is yes to everything. I hate when they do that. If it's a yes or no question, it's a yes or no question. They ain't asking for no explanation. They asking you yes or no. And then when he get grilled so much, they do this. If you want to, look. This is what they do.
To discuss welcoming
This is a
cities.
yes or no
If you're
question.
interested in asking me
You're not
questions
gonna
about the
filibuster.
welcoming
I'll
city,
take that as a
I'm
yes.
happy to
We're gonna
answer
move
those
on.
questions.
No, we're going to move on.
For real.
As you know, President Trump, unlike the previous administration, has taken serious action to bring foreign criminal gangs to justice, to take our border back and to restore public safety in our communities. He designated 8 transnational criminal organizations and cartels as foreign.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Getting his tail. Y'all, it's so irritating that they can't just answer the freaking question. In other words, he supports all of that BS. He supports all of it. And then he tried to say, welcome to city, welcome to city. No. Miss us with that. You're part of the problem. The crazy thing about these folks, y'all, is what I'm learning is they don't take a L very well. They are not taking these L's left to right very well, y'all. And they are lashing out. They acting out. And it's funny. But then again, it's like sad. Because it's like, yo, y'all really need some help. Like they seriously need some help. They seriously need to get checked out. Because this whole time, they'll sit and make it seem like it's the other party and all of this. But have y'all watched Trump address the Congress? And if y'all have been watching them lately, y'all, who really looks sick? Like for real, who looks sick? And a lot of people are like, yo, I'm embarrassed. I hate I even represented this side. They have yet to get it. They are all on one train following each other. Nobody with the common sense has said, okay, y'all, we did not hear the people on November 5th. Let's take it back to the drawing board and figure out what we can do to try to fix this, because how we've been going about it for so many years is so many people waking up and they're tired of the same old BS lies. We got to figure out how to fix this before we can never fix this ever again. We don't even have to say anything anymore. You could just sit here and just watch the internet and just watch somebody unravel, somebody unfold from that side. We don't even have to talk anymore. They're trending. So let's move it on. Mayor Johnson looks like he saw a ghost. Reality just hit him. This isn't the politics anymore. It's criminal. Let's get into it.
Banning the transfer of individuals into ICE custody for the purpose of civil immigration enforcement encourages illegal immigration into Chicago. Or how about agencies, or agents not being able to stop, arrest, or detain individuals based solely on immigration status or administrative warrant?
So we comply with all laws, local, state, and federal.
To me, after this line of questioning, it's very clear that these policies, all implicated, are active and alive and well in cities, are in direct violation of U.S. Title 8 Code subsection 1324 and is a federal offense.
Facts.
But you all speak about a broken immigration system, and yet here you guys are aiding and abetting in that entire process. I want to be very clear about something. Open border policies, something that you guys are talking about, hurts people on both sides, meaning the people that are coming here illegally and then Americans as well. I do not think you guys are bad people, but I think that you are ideologically misled, which is why, unfortunately, based on your responses, I'm all going to be criminally referring you to the Department of Justice for investigation. And as soon as I leave here, these will be going over to Pam Bondi. I'm not doing that in an effort to bully you guys, but I do believe policies are hurting the American people, and you that know with the evidence that you can present to the Department of
Come
Justice.
on. Let's take it further, baby.
You're not going to help anyone. You're going to hurt more people, and that's exactly why I'm tired of it. These people are tired of it.
Facts.
Chairman,
Abigail.
Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Drops mic on yo Brandon Dunn Johnson, Bo Billy Bean Pothead. Okay, I just came up with something. I don't even know what I just said, but I'm with her all the way. All right, Mayor Brandon Johnson is unable to say exactly how much money was spent on migrants in the last few years while testifying in front of the U.S. Congress. Let's go, pound Chicago. That's right. Trip him up, y'all. He thought he was ready for this. Y'all remember the little speech he was saying before? Talking about, yeah, I'll be ready to address the Congress when that time comes. Blah, 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 blah. They making this man trip left to right. Let's get it.
Mayor Johnston, coming back to you. How much did your city spend on illegal immigration? Do you have a round number?
Over the last couple of years on all newcomers, whatever their status was, it's around $79 million since 2022.
$79 million. Mayor Johnson, Chicago. How much has the city of Chicago spent on illegal immigration?
If you're referring to the 2022 up to 2024 of the buses coming from Texas, roughly the same percentage of the state of Texas, about 1% of our overall budget.
What is that? Because I don't have the city's budget in front of me. Numbers.
It's 1%, and if you want the actual calculation, we can make sure someone...
You're the mayor. You don't have the math in front of you?
It's 1% of the overall budget over the last 4 years.
That's why you're a failing
which
mayor.
is
Mayor
the same
Adams,
number that
how
was
much did
sent
the city
from
of
us
New
from
York
the
actually
state
spend
of
on
Texas.
illegal immigration? Mayor Johnson, I already asked you. You don't have a hard number. And if you don't have a hard number, you're not running your city well. Mayor Adams, how much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration?
$6.9 billion of taxpayers.
Come on, Adam.
$6.9 billion of taxpayer money on a problem that was fostered on the American people. Mayor Wu, in the city of Boston, how much did you spend?
We don't ask about immigration status and delivering city
You don't
services,
ask
so
about
we
how
don't
much
have
money
that
the city of
number.
Boston has spent on illegal immigration.
We
Are
don't
you out of your
distinguish
mind?
between immigration status.
Do you
as
manage
part
your
of our
budget
city
or not,
policies.
Mayor Wu?
That is how we keep
Mayor
our city
Wu,
safe.
do you manage
We
your
have-
budget?
Yep. Guilty. Can't even come up with no numbers. Y'all see the guilty ones. You all see the guilty ones. Denelli Carter, y'all here. She is with another one. Hey, beautiful family, the Chicago citizens that really want change and is putting in the work. We're all united. We will never let the devil win. I know that's right, especially when he has the King of Kings on our side. Love y'all. Let's get into it, y'all.
Hey guys, just want to come on here and let you all know, Chicago flips red. It's Jessica Jackson, me and Zoe. We're still on our mission. Our mission is to make sure Chicago flips red and we hold these crooks accountable for their treason. We're still on our mission. Don't worry about it. We got this. Everybody who wants a real change in Chicago and who's doing the work to make it happen, we all still on code. You got Chicago Flips Red. You got Tyrone Muhammad, Cons for Trump. You got Connor Trust. These people and many, many more, Mama Doris, these people who've been really doing the work and putting the boots on the ground, who really want to make a change in Chicago, we on code. Don't worry about it. We're together. We're all together, working together. So don't worry about Chicago not being together. We're together. The distractions and things like that, don't worry about it. We got this. We got this. So the rhinos and the people who want to distract us from accomplishing our mission, don't worry about it.
Y'all got it.
We're okay.
All right.
The Chicago that matters, who really want to make a difference and doing what it takes to make a difference, we're all together. So I just want to reassure you all and let you all know that Chicago flips red, and the Chicago that's really trying to make a change, we're together and we're united. I love you all. Please, please pray for us.
Got you.
Because the devil is coming at us real hard. Because we're making a difference. We're educating the citizens
And he don't
of
like
Chicago. Because if you've noticed, for far long, nothing has been done. Lori got in. Lori was in. Nobody pushed back on her. Wasn't no changes made. Didn't nobody say anything. Now that Brandon, so Chicago managed to vote somebody that was worse than Lori and Brandon Johnson because nobody was out there helping. Nobody was out there educating the citizens.
Yeah, come on. That's what you got to do. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody was fighting. So now Chicago flips red.
That's right. And that's what I'm talking about, Ms. Carter. We got to educate our people. A lot of the people don't even vote because they feel like it's a waste of time. And that is the craziest thing that I've heard. Like, no, your vote counts, your vote matters. But the thing is, we have to educate ourselves on who we put in place. Now, granted, some of these people can sell you a beautiful dream like Lori had to, Brandon Johnson had to, and then all of a sudden something happened. So you can have that taking place too. But you really have to dissect and know who you are putting in places ground up. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress it enough. Y'all, share this video. Share it to somebody, because it's very important that y'all educate yourself on the people we are putting in places so that we can have the best interest in ourselves, y'all. Because at the end of the day, it is about us. This is our country and we love it. Okay? So we have to put the people in place who also love it and who also loves the people of this country, because you see what happens when you don't. Country almost, thank God that we all woke up, whether people were really rooting for Trump or just wanting to change or whatnot. Thank God we did, because if we would have took another 4 years, y'all, we probably wouldn't have no country. That's just me just keeping it all the way real. From what I'm seeing right now that has been revealed, a country is almost in bankrupt. If we don't get everything together, come on, y'all, this will no longer have been our country. So I'm so glad, regardless of the situation, whether some of y'all doubting Trump right now. And this is the thing, and I got to say this because it pisses me off. We only 40-something days in. And these people be expecting Trump to just snap his fingers and all our problems is just going to go away just like that. No, it's not going to happen just like that. It is going to take some time. They keep trying to throw inflation and all this other type of stuff. Baby, we have adjusted to that. In due time, that will be fixed. But it ain't something that you can just come in on one day or within 40-something days and say, hey, everything is fixed. Y'all problems is fixed. You got to think. The last administration, this has been things that they have been brewing from the last administration for years. You can't come in within 40-something days and think you finna fix all these daggone problems. It's going to take time. So miss me. And for the ones who saying he ain't even did nothing, why don't you go back and check the record? This is where you go fact check. Fact check yourselves, okay? From the last administration to Trump being in office now, go fact check it. Because I guarantee you're going to be wrong. And you're going to eat them words up. Because he has done a lot. And for those who are really paying attention when he addressed Congress, he told you the accomplishments. Yeah, because he was bragging, and he has every right to brag. Because he did that. That man been screaming that from campaign to campaign to campaign, got in office the first very freaking day and went to sign it right in his haters' face. And from there, they have been moving. So miss me with that. Because I'm sick of y'all saying he ain't did nothing. I'm sick of y'all saying inflation and all this stuff is still high. Like it's just going to come down right now. It's not. It's not going to happen right now. So get that out your bimbo minds because it's not. It's not going to happen. Not right now. Anywho, sorry, Carter. Let's get back into it.
Come on the scene, and as you see that now we're educating the citizens about how their aldermen are voting. We are politically making sure they're educated. We're shining a light on how corrupt Brandon Johnson is. We're shining a light on how bad this whole Democratic machine is. And now they're listening. We have the ears of the people. And so don't worry about it. We're doing our job.
Good.
And our mission is to make sure Chicago citizens are educated and know who they're voting for and why. And our mission is to make sure we flip Chicago and Illinois red. So we got you all. Trust me. We have you all. We love you all. And America first, baby.
America first,
Make
baby.
America great again.
Facts.
Make Chicago great again.
Let's go.
We own it. Love y'all.
Love you. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Stop playing. It's crazy. Mayor Brandon Johnson on Wednesday fiercely defended Chicago's protections of undocumented immigrants at a U.S. House Oversight Committee meeting. Come on. Crazy, right? Let's get it.
The mayor appeared alongside his counterparts from New York, Boston, Denver, facing sharp questioning as expected about the city's welcoming city ordinance and if it stopped immigration agents from deporting criminals. Here's some of the first exchange Mayor Johnson had with Republican Representative James Comer of Kentucky, who chairs that committee.
Should that criminal be turned over to ICE?
With a criminal warrant, they are subject to the federal laws, and that includes deportation.
The point that we've got to iron out today is that we have to have cooperation.
So that came just minutes into today's 6-hour hearing. Is it fair to say it set the tone for the day?
It did, because I think there was a lot of confusion among the Republican members of the committee about what exactly Chicago's Welcoming City Ordinance does. It does not prevent federal agents from coming to Chicago and deporting people who are here without permission. What it does do is prevent city officials from assisting that effort unless there is a judicial warrant. We heard the mayor say that time and time again, and I think several of the Republican members didn't quite know what to do that because, of course, this is sort of seen as sort of a blanket protection for undocumented immigrants, which they wrongly cast as all criminals when we know that most undocumented Chicagoans are just trying to live their lives. That really took a little bit out of the air in the hearing room, it appeared, because people really wanted sort of a viral moment with the mayor. It didn't come.
Bimbo. He makes me sick. I've stressed that to y'all. And these are the faces of lies, y'all. These are the faces right here that say we, the people, them, right, protect illegals, murderers, rapists, pedophiles, drug dealers, killers. Like, we protect them all over our people, over our country. We call it a welcome city just to clean up what they really are. These are the people that y'all once voted in. Again, beginning they may have had, it was something that y'all liked about them. Some of y'all probably just voted just for the hell of it. But we can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this. And if it is a situation where you do vote somebody in and then eventually they show themselves, don't keep them in there. When it's time to get them up out of there, get them up out of there and get somebody else a shot. Because at the end of the day, we work our butts off. It's our tax dollars that have been going every which kind of way, except for us. You know what I'm saying? Supporting everything and everybody but us. And then the thanks that we get is people talking noise and smacking us in our face left to right. Not giving a dang. But yet it's us that's upholding them. It's us that's keeping their pockets fat. It's us that's keeping them afloat. But we get the boot. we get to slap in our face. We don't get nothing from us in return. Oh, hell no. Hell no, not no more. Not no more. When it is time, y'all, to vote, I'm going to say this. Educate yourself. Research. Look into them. Know when you go out and vote, who you voting for, why you voting for them. You have to. Do not go in voting blindly no more. It's 2025. Y'all see what's going on. We can no longer go in not voting at all because I don't think my vote counts, or going in voting blindly. No more. Because this is what happens when you don't vote. It's not enough votes. Bimbos like this win. When you go in blindly voting, you bimbos like this. You have to know who you putting in place. I can't stress this enough. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's chop it up in the comment section. What's y'all thoughts? Y'all know mine. I had to say it. I said mine throughout this reaction. And again, stop playing with my boy Trump and his team, y'all. They know what they doing. Things finna level and smooth out. Okay? But go check, fact check now what he has done in these last 40-something days. Stop playing with him and stop playing with their team.